Today's topic is percentage. You can see over here per means divided by, cent means 100. So anything in the form of 100, that is a part of 100, is known as percentage. We have to remember two simple things. First is if we are given a decimal or a fraction, then in that case if we are asked to convert these into percentage, converting a decimal or a fraction into percentage, we have to follow a simple step, that is to multiply by 100. So whatever is given in fraction form or decimal form, we will multiply it by 100 in order to convert it into percentage. And in case we are asked to convert a percentage into decimal or fraction, then we have to do the opposite, that is divided by 100. For an example, if we are asked to convert 46% into fraction, then what we need to do is 46% sign is there, that means divided by 100. See, 46%, that is you have to convert the percentage to fraction, so which means divided by 100. So that is why we are dividing it by 100. Now we can shorten this, reduce this will become 23 and 50. So if we are asked to find out its relevant converted fraction, then the answer will be 23 by 50. Or else, if we are asked to find the decimal, then 46 by 100, simply convert it. There are two zeros, that means it is 0.46, two decimal places. That's it. Similarly, if I take an example of like 173 by 100, or maybe 173 by 50 into percentage. So this is given in fraction. So what we need to do is multiply with 100. So multiplying it, we get 2. Now we have got 173 into 5. So it is 865. Now 173 into 2. So it is 346. So this is this simple. If we are, for an example, given 12. So 12 means only 12 into 100. So it is 1200%. If we are asked to find out, suppose for an example that we have got 85 out of 100. So that means 85 out of 100. So 85 by 100 into 100. It means we have got 85% marks. If we are asked to find out, like we have got 8 out of 20. So 8 by 20 into 100. So it becomes 5, 8 5s are 40%. So this is that simple. Converting a fraction into percentage and also percentage into fractions. Now, we're going to solve some simple sums now. See, we're given Mr. Khan spent 83% of his salary and saved 1870. Now, here we need to understand that there is a salary of a person. He can either spend, that is expenditure. We are writing expenditure. So this is how he is going to spend his money, and the other part of the salary what he can do is he can save, so that becomes my saving. Now once you've understood this, see, Mr. Khanna spent 83% of his salary. It means he had spent. So if he had spent 83%, then how much of the salary will be the saving? It will be very simple, that is 100 minus 83%, that is 17%. 17% is my savings. See, now this 17% is actually 1870 in terms of money. Therefore, we are asked to calculate his monthly salary. That means his monthly salary is total. Total is 100%. Out of which 17% is actually 1870. So, this is actually 1870. So, this is very simple. The answer we have to find out is percentage to know over here is 100. We know we want to find out the whole salary, which is 100%. We already know 18% of his, sorry, 17% of his salary, which is 1870. So now simply calculate 1870 divided by 17. We get 110 into 100. So 1 cancel it out, we get 110. So 110 and then we have got two zeros. So 11,000 is his salary. So therefore we can write salary is equal to rupees 11,000. Now simply how we can write it? We will write it in this manner, that is part of the salary spent by Mr. Khanna equal to 83%. Then therefore part of this salary saved will be equal to 100, that is the total, minus 83, that is what he has spent, which comes to 17%. Now we know savings is equal to rupees 1870. Therefore, his salary is equal to, now we are going to show this working that we have done, that is his salary will be 100 by, that is divided by 17 into 1870, which comes to equal to rupees 11,000. Okay. So this is this simple. Now moving on to the next sum, see, we are given out of 8,000 candidates, 60% were boys. So we will first understand how to do it. Total is 8,000. This is my total. Out of this 8,000, 60% are boys. So boys are 60%. Therefore, commonsensically, girls will be naturally 100 minus 60, that is 40%. So this is commonsensical. And this 8,000 accounts for the total 100% over here. Now, we have said that if 80% of the boys, that is 80% of the boys, and 90% of the girls passed the exam, find the number of candidates who failed. So let's do it. First statement we are going to write. First write the simple thing, that is 90% of the boys have passed, not 90%, 80%, and 90% of the girls have passed. So in that case, we're going to write down total students equal to 8,000. Percentage of boys is equal to 60%. Therefore, first we are going to find out the number of boys. So the number of boys is equal to, of course, it will be 60% of 8,000. So it's going to be 60% of 8,000. So what will be 60% of 8,000? 60 by 100 of means multiplication 8,000. Cancel out these things. So 6 into 8, 48 and double zero. So 4,800 are boys. Now next, number of girls, simple. Therefore, number of girls, there are two ways in which we can find out. One is, you can either find out 40% of 8,000, or you can also deduct 4,800 from 8,000, which I'm going to do. So the number of girls is equal to, so I'm going to 8,000 minus 4,800. So 8,000 minus 4,800, that is 3,200. So 3200. Now see, if you see the question carefully, you'll understand that 80% of the boys have passed the examination. And we have to find out the total of number of candidates who failed. So if 80% of the boys have passed, it means 20% have failed. And in this case, in girls, 10% have failed. So simply, number of boys passed, we can either find out number of boys failed. Simply, number of boys failed will be 20% of the number of boys. So it is 20% of the number of boys that we have already found out, that is 4,800. So we are going to calculate this. Let's do it. So it is 20%, that is 20 by 100 of means into 4,800. So it comes to 4,800 into 20, that is 36, sorry, 48 into 20, that is 960. So 960 boys out of 4,800 boys have failed. Now we're going to find out number of girls who have failed. So number of girls failed, it is 10% of the total number of girls that we have, that is 3,200. So let's find out 10% of 3,200. Cancel out the zeros, we get 320. So now total number of students who failed will be the addition of both boys and girls. So total number of candidates failed is equal to the number of boys who failed, that is 960, and the number of girls who failed, that is 320, which is equal to 960 and 320, that is 1280. 1280. That is it.